A notorious gangster rapper has been unmasked as the kingpin behind a huge drugs line from Birmingham to Scotland. Ricardo Reed, also known by his stage name Stardom, was described as the head of the Flash County Lines operation, supplying cocaine and heroin to users in Aberdeen for 5 years. The 34-year-old, who was once a promising footballer and has over 85,000 Instagram followers, was previously exposed as a member of the CA Gangoon Squad Army, or Get Some Ambition, a young offshoot of the infamous Johnson crew. In 2021, he was performing at the Levana bar in the Arcadian when he was targeted by rival Burger Bar Boys counterpart Armed Response. Also involved in the incident was Joshua Nelson, described as Reed's second-in-command in the drugs line, who also ran a separate supply racket via post. The 35-year-old from Walsall had conducted his own market research by Googling the 10 best areas for dealing crack cocaine and heroin in the UK, as well as the cities with the highest drug use. The pair, along with recruit Michael Gardner, 40, from Erdington, Aberdeen-based distributor unmasked, courier Cree Dakers, 29, from Sutton Coldfield, and street dealer Himesh Suri, 28, of no fixed address, were the subject of sentencing proceedings at Birmingham Crown Court yesterday, Thursday, May 2. Prosecutor Jeff Whelan said, "All the defendants fall to be sentenced as part of Operation Tiger, an investigation into large-scale cross-border drug supply." He stated the racket took place between 2017 and 2022, and added, "Over that period these defendants and others conspired together to supply heroin and cocaine to Class A drug users in Aberdeen." Summarizing the individual roles, Mr. Whelan said of Reed, "He was the head of the operation. He plainly had a leading role directing and facilitating the drug supply as part of the Flashline conspiracy. He was also involved in the proceeds of the enterprise and laundering." The prosecutor described Nelson as second-in-command with a leading role, and stated he and Reed effectively employed Gardner, who occasionally took control of the drugs line phone. His address in Erdington was also used as a safe house. Massey was the manager of things in Aberdeen, where he lived, and played a significant role in distributing the drugs in the city once they had arrived from Birmingham. Dakers was a courier who made around 9 trips between the two destinations, and Suri was described as a street dealer. The prosecutor outlined more than 40 events, including police raids on addresses and vehicles being stopped and searched, resulting in large cash and drug seizures. The defendants, except Gardner, were also embroiled in money laundering the drug profits. Reed had been performing at the Levana bar in the Arcadian on August 2, 2021, when rival gangster Theo White, in his 30s, recognized him and threw a bottle, sparking wild scenes at the venue. Both admitted a fray and received suspended prison sentences, while 4 other gangsters were also convicted in relation to the incident. Nelson was also embroiled, but was arrested at a later date and has yet to be sentenced for it. He admitted a fray, with an additional allegation involving an imitation firearm being dropped by the Crown Prosecution Service. Mr. Whelan said, "He was seen to raise his arm at a right angle, holding something in his hand which alarmed the nearby crowd and caused them to disperse." In relation to the drugs operation, Reed, Nelson, Dakers, and Suri admitted conspiracy to supply cocaine, conspiracy to supply heroin, and 1 count of money laundering, while Gardner only pleaded guilty to the 2 drugs conspiracy offenses. Massey was found guilty of conspiracy to supply cocaine, conspiracy to supply heroin, and money laundering following a trial. Nelson has also pleaded guilty to 2 further drugs conspiracy charges for running the postal supply racket. Sentencing continues today.
Glock with extended clip, tryna put your boy in a split. Bought my girl a new wig, she wearing from brown to pink.